Time for the sponsor's opening commercial message.
The federal health insurance marketplace is now open, so if you're under 65, you're free to shop for the health plan that's right for you. UPMC Health Plan has some of the lowest price plans on the marketplace. Plus, you may be eligible for financial assistance to help you pay for your insurance. For affordable coverage that includes access to UPMC and digital tools to help you manage your health, visit upmchealthplan.com/marketplace. Enroll today.
All right, you're asking for it, so here it is.
Epicast.
Listen to this.
I want you fucking laughing at. We partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. We sweating, getting wet, and all that.
Here we go. You good? Yeah, sure. All right. Welcome to the 241st episode. Damn, that's a lot. Of the Drinking Partners podcast. Yes, this is our Dirk Nowitzki episode. All right. We legends. We going to the Hall of Fame. We got a step back that is unguardable, all right? The unguardable shot. You can't hold us. You can't contain us. And when we walk into these breweries, they're like, I don't know. Are they supposed to be in this league? And then we come and dominate. That's what Dirk did. Because every time you saw Dirk, it's like, I don't know if he's supposed to be in the NBA. And then that 2011 finals happened. You say, oh, he's real. This dude is real. So, as always, I'm half of your hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you, people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play.
Googleable.
And Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. 241 episodes and more. We have been telling you, and we will continue to tell you to please hop on iTunes, hop on Facebook, rate and review. That's how we know we're doing well. That's how we continue to do well. And that's how we let others know that we're doing well. So please hop on iTunes, hop on Facebook, rate and review.
Listen, you love us. You see us out in public and you tell us, hey, Ed and Dave, we love you. Now, at the click of a button, please tell the internet, please tell the world, tell your cousins, friends, mama, daddy, aunties, anybody you know. Tell everybody, all right, that Drinking Partners is what's up. We what you need to be listening to if you need to know what's going on in the city, what you need to be looking for, what you need to eat, drink, who you need to vote for, whatever. Just come holler at us, all right? If you need to have a good night on the town with some laughs, come holler at us. And as always, 240 times we said it. This will be the 241st time that's recorded that we've said it.
Because, I mean, it works.
It definitely works. Listen, I've had much of this because of it. So listen, in lieu of rates and reviews, all right, if you can't get on the internet for some reason, or if you don't have iTunes or Spotify, whatever, we do accept shots of Hennessy, all right? So in lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Hennessy. Shout out to Car Guy DJ, a.k.a. James Logbo, a.k.a. I see what you're doing out there. And shout out to the Conways for starting the trend. Shout out to everybody who's kept the trend going. Shout out to everybody who supported us up through 2019. 2020 is a new year. Shout out to all the Hennessy's and beers and all that shit that we've gotten, all the love, man, all the support. We definitely appreciate it, all right? But we need those rates and reviews because we need to reinvent. We need to know what we need to do better so we can, you know what I'm saying, bring that great content to you all right? And we give you ample opportunities to see us, to bring us Hennessy, and to let us know what you think of us. The next op is what?
January 25th. Yeah, man. T-Road. T-Road coming through.
Homie.
You know what I mean? Coming through. That's going to be Three Rivers Underground Brewing pouring beer there now, man. Like, so that's the home brew club. If you want to get into the beer industry, if you want to become a brewer and get into that, the best way to do it is through a home brew club. So they'll be there pouring some top-notch brews and can offer you some information on how it's done. And also, as always, it's BYOB. So bring your own. You know what I mean? A little bottle share. You want to do a little bottle share? You know what I mean? You bring a little something, we bring a little something. You know what I mean? We split it up.
That's what we need to do. We haven't had a bottle share.
Well, I think every show that we've ever had was a bottle share, technically.
Oh, we just wasn't in the know.
We didn't call it
So
that.
y'all been out here sharing bottles and not telling us? Motherfuckers passing bottles back and forth?
We've been sharing bottles, you know what I mean? So, technically, whether you share it or not is up to you, but we've been sharing bottles for quite some time. And if you want to share some bottles, you know what I mean, it's BYOB, so you can participate in the bottle share. That is the Drinking Partners Night of Epic Comedy. So come through January 25th, and that's ContraTheater.TicketLeap.com.
Hey, listen, we gotta shout out real quick before we get into our episode. We gotta shout out Trogs once again back. It's the Incredible, man. Such a beautiful brewery, man. We appreciate all the love and support that they've given us. Send us the holiday bag with the Mad Elf, the Perpetual IPA, and the Blizzard of
Yeah,
they sent the holiday card, fam. You know what I mean? John and Chris signed it. Like this is love. You know what I mean? This is love right here. Like, we traveled out to there, what was it, 2 years ago, and then we collabed with them for Fresh Fest 2019 with the Fresh Fest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's crazy just how in tune and how supportive they've been. Like they definitely send us these gift packages like regularly. They don't tell us what's coming through. They definitely, anytime they send Mad Elf is always love. You know what I mean? They sent the Grand Cru one time. I was like,
yeah. And anytime they brew a beer for the festival, is like, you know what I mean, like they've been showing love.
Brewing
But like
a beer for the festival was great.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just we just came through. It was like, hey, yo, let's have a conversation, and then it turned into a real relationship. So shout out to the Trogs, man.
So that's now we're gonna get into our guests. We're gonna transition because like Dirk Nowitzki and his 2011 Finals MVP, this is a long time coming. All right, we've seen this brother's growth. We've seen him blow up. You know what I mean? And we like, we got to get him in the studio. We got to sit down and talk to this man, see how he's doing, what he's doing, and why he's so impactful. So we have artist and entrepreneur Q Perry in the building. Say what up to the people.
What's going on, people? How's everybody doing?
Everyone's doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty well.
2020, you got a clear vision?
Yeah, 2020. I'm ready. Definitely ready. Seeing things clearly.
Yeah. I'm not, man.
Well, wait, we talking real shit. We try to start episode 2 or 2 on a professional front. It's gonna turn into debauchery soon. It's gonna be that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just so for the folks that don't know, tell them who you are and what it is that you do.
I'm Q Perry. I go by CB Perry. Also, I consider myself just a guy who paints, but I'm an artist. I do anything and support anything creative.
So when painting, right? So I'm interested. You paint. Like, first of all, how do you start painting? Like, how does that become a thing where you paint at a grander scale? Because like for most individuals, I've only painted within the context of maybe art class, or now the paint and sip is real popular, but I haven't ever at home or in my free time just been like, let me see what I can do with these strokes and these colors. Like, how did that come about for you?
I mean, it's an interesting story. I've always been in art all my life, and I was like, that was my thing. But like growing up in the hood, it was like, you don't want to be that weird guy painting.
Right. I feel what you're saying.
And that's just kind of where it was. Like, I was legit the guy painting in class while everybody's at recess for years growing up, and then I realized I was good in sports, and I kind of just put art on the back burner, and I just got sick of seeing art I know I could do or do better. I was like, I could do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. And it just kind of snowballed.
Your choices are you can complain, do something about it, or accept it as it is. That's really about it. Like, well, I can do that. Oh, well, then motherfucker do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it kind of just took off. Definitely took off.
So being younger, so you said you were in the art, but you were in the sport. So like what discipline art at first, and then what sport did you get into? Because I mean, everybody knows once you get into a sport in certain neighborhoods, they like, all right, that's his way out. That's his way to a better life. Like we totally ignore like all these talents, all these unique talents you have, and be like, all right, we understand this. This is in the context of something that we can afford. Because in black neighborhoods, you got basketball. All you got to do is roll the ball out and have something to throw it in. In football, all you got to do is have a ball that people can throw and catch. And there's less barrier to entry, so we tend to support those sports a little harder. And then with art, with materials and things like that, and like I don't know if there's any way to make money with that. So obviously, people are going to skew to supporting the sport. So like, what sort of art were you doing early on, and then what sport were you playing?
Like early on, I actually had a display at the Children's Museum when I was like in the 5th grade, and I was like so big to me. But like I said before, like growing up in the hood, no one really cared but me. Like I was excited. But I had like this sculpture that was displayed in the Children's Museum in like the 5th grade. And I was loving it, but no one seemed to care until it was like recess time. And it's like we picking football teams and everybody realized I was like,
well, you short stocky. You got
I was fast.
He hard to tackle. Bill.
I was fast. And that's when once everybody realized I was really, really fast, it was a wrap. Like it was a wrap. I did soccer, track, football, and I was just fast.
It's cool to hear that you even played soccer. Like,
oh yeah, my mom.
Nobody plays soccer in East Cleveland. Like,
I mean,
nobody knew that shit.
My mom exposed me to a lot. Like my mom and dad actually.
Soccer is expensive because you got to travel all over the place.
That's the thing; those barriers to entry. Like the sport itself is cheap.
I mean,
you're gonna be a ball.
You're gonna be the only black guy. But I mean, my parents did well when I was young. I mean, they still do well. But I played everything. Like I did tennis, I did volleyball, karate. I even took magic classes. Like my mom kept me active.
Yeah.
My mom
took magic class.
I took magic classes. Like my mom kept me extremely active growing up. Like, I was never bored.
That's one. Shout out to your moms.
Yeah,
you keeping your kids active is dope. Magic class. Damn, you could have.
I did everything.
I
did everything. I even took gymnastics, bro.
But see, that's crazy for you to say that like that. It's crazy. Like I even took gymnastics. Like that's a sport.
Like I was actually gonna like compete. Like
it's an
I was
Olympic sport.
I got to the age when I was gonna compete, and I decided to change sports.
Were you on the rings? The motherfuckers on the rings be like strong as shit.
That was me growing up, and I got to the age I was like, all right, are we gonna take this serious or no? And I was like, no, I'm gonna do this over here. I'm gonna play something else.
Was it like, you know what I mean, like knowing magic and
right?
You know what I mean, like because people, but like people not looking at you and seeing somebody that has seen magic and karate and
they don't.
I mean, because like I'm sure and then here's the thing, man. I know it works, especially with the ladies, because they'd be like, "Oh, hey," and then you'd be like, "Ooh," and then you pull some shit behind the ear, and then like they'd be like, "Oh shit,
I've done it."
You know what I mean?
I've done it.
You got that nuance thing going on where it works with but I can see how it's also frustrating just generally in life, how like people will just look at you, assume a thing, and they'd be like, you don't have any understanding how complex of an individual I am, motherfucker.
They have no idea.
I will judo chop you. Yeah, I mean, like,
it's crazy because, like I said, my parents put me in a lot growing up. Like, I was in the Boy Scouts 90% of my life. I'm an Eagle Scout, and people don't get that. I
definitely get some popcorn from time to time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I mean, I've done a lot growing up.
You know how I feel about the Scouts.
Cat hates the Scouts.
Why do you hate the Scouts?
I don't know if I hate the Boy Scouts. It's the Girl Scouts I got an issue with, man.
No. See, wait, what? You don't like the Girl Scouts? What the you got against the Girl Scouts? And
well,
the cookies?
All right. As a young cat, you know what I'm saying? The family construct was I had a sister 3 years older than myself. We went to the same school. We would walk home together, but she was in Girl Scouts. So at the local library, she would have these Girl Scout meetings. Now I had to wait with her till the end of these meetings to go home. Well, they would have cookies and shit. And because I was not a Girl Scout, I was not allowed to have cookies and shit. So I was like, yo, fuck all the Girl Scouts.
Like
I'm sitting back in the back of this library room. Y'all playing hangman and shit, eating cookies. And I'm just like, I'm here every week, though. It ain't like I'm just like a straggler. Like, fam, we got the same last name.
I feel it. That's kind of how I got into gymnastics. My sisters were in dance class, and I was in the same shit, waiting for my sisters. And it's like, you know what, fuck this shit. And my mom was just like, you know what? You could do something too. And I was like, all right, what they doing?
Do something.
What they doing?
Back this motherfucker. Give me some applesauce.
Something.
They ain't give me nothing, fam. I'm just sitting. They just tearing these cookies the fuck up, and I'm just sitting in the back, like. And you don't have homework at that time, like. I'm just bored, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I can't play the game. I can't do nothing. So I've been like, fuck the Girl Scouts ever since.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. I like the cookies. I don't like the politics maybe all the time.
It's just little drug dealers.
But them cookies, man, and I don't know how the pyramid scheme is set up. Yeah, I mean, I just know that I have
I believe the troops get majority of the funds. I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't like, and here's the thing. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I haven't asked. Yeah, I mean, like,
because it's the smartest drug deal ever.
Listen,
it's a cute kid coming to your door doing something positive.
Just keep me rich in peanut butter chocolate cookies, and
because here's the thing: a lot of them trips, I don't know that they paying full price for these trips and shits they doing. They ain't paying full price for them sashes. Where the money going?
Where the money going?
I mean,
I used to be assistant scoutmaster, and I just know how our troop operated. And we had sponsors, but the fundraising, it was the popcorn. The fundraising went straight to the kids.
I feel you. I've raised funds for sports.
I feel much better about like my guilty pleasure because anytime the motherfuckers come to my door, I just let me get some of that. Like that popcorn and them fucking cookies, man. Shit.
That fundraising get nasty because we used to in high school. We used to do fundraising. We sell candy for baseball. Ain't nobody getting no man. Niggas was eating them Snickers. We wasn't getting shit. Yeah, we gave me a box of candy is what you did.
Yeah, we had boosters and shit, and like tickets that we had to sell for like the day.
Selling nothing, man. I was so good, you wasn't kicking me off the team. Yeah, I was $40 short. That's yeah. Haircuts is $10 a week. I had this box for 4 weeks. You do the math. It ain't hard. I'm still your center fielder. All right. No, I don't want to. Girl and Boy Scouts, they have a good mission. Whatever. Just
I mean, it helped me out.
Give me them cookies.
Definitely helped me out.
It was a perspective. So like, how do you utilize those perspectives in your art?
Actually, I mean, I don't know. I really don't connect with what I learned in scouting or anything.
No, not scouts. Just like I mean, like you said, all of your
just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I mean,
thinking outside the box.
You like the various sports, the very like travels and the people that you've come across, or whatever. How is that expressed in your art now?
I mean, it basically just helps me really, really, really think outside the box. Like anybody that knows me personally knows like I'm just that dude that's like thinking of something else. Like I'm a very out the box kind of guy. And I just learned to embrace it and appreciate it. Like I don't consider myself a normal person, and I wasn't raised like the norm, and all those experiences definitely helped me grow. Like I don't think like the average day-to-day person, like 2 + 2 might not be 4 to me. It's a little different.
That is different. But I ask you this then. So what is good art? Like from an artist's perspective, how do you look at something and be like, that's good art?
I appreciate people's creativity, not necessarily the skill, because how you arrive to whatever you created, that's what I appreciate. Like I can tell different layers on different pieces, and then the process, like how somebody came up with something. I really, really appreciate creativity. Like, and who am I to define what good art is? Like I can't say what somebody decided to express. I don't know what they were going through or what they were thinking. And what I do, like I said, I appreciate is the fact that they decided to express something. And I personally just don't like uncreative art that, you see the same old thing. That bothers me. But when
doing what has already been done.
Exactly. That eats me up.
Yeah, we were just having this conversation. It's like, didn't they do that already?
Mm-hmm.
But in your discipline, so what would be an example of that in your discipline? Not the artist, but just like something that you're like, yo, all right, everybody's doing this. Like everybody.
I was body painting for a while.
Okay.
Way before anybody was really like onto it, and then it got hot.
Yeah. I mean, I know the vibe.
Doing these new moves. This new jack swing.
It was a good time, but I mean, I kept it professional. But then I started seeing it like oversaturated, and I took a long break. Like people still ask me to body paint, and I'm like, maybe next summer, but I just can't do what everybody's doing.
So if body painting originally was something like, all right, this is new, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then it got oversaturated. So how do you take something like that to the next level? Like,
and that's kind of my job. Like I really sit and think, what the fuck's next? Like what am I doing? What am I going to do next? What's creative, and how could I take that to the next level as far as, creatively? And you really don't, I try my best not to do like just obvious shit. Like I don't want to just be sexy and I'm gonna paint some strawberries on her. And I want it to be creative. I want people to see the art first. Then they realize, that's a naked lady. But that's part of the job to figure out how to do that.
That's always a good realization. Like, that's a naked woman.
Yes, that's hopefully that's the second thought.
Surprise nudity.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Tasteful.
But yeah,
Surprise.
I try to make it tasteful. I don't want to like over sexualize the art, and then it's like just appreciate the art, then realize there's a woman under that. That's what is dope.
I mean, so I don't know when. I don't know. I mean, what is? Yeah, shout out to modern methods. Man, what is that? Is it some like a English bitter or something?
Oh shit, I gotta find it. All right, hold on.
The ESB. It's like bread.
Head
Like,
case. It is. There's a shit on the other side. Where the fuck did they describe this motherfucker? Say something while I try to find it.
It's a bottle of beer.
It's a bottle of beer. It's a head case. It's Warren, Ohio. It's a bunch of heads on it. Art by Thaddeus Allen.
Shout out to Thaddeus Allen.
Shout out to Thaddeus. I really don't. They don't really describe this.
Well, I guess the taste will figure it out. Yeah. So, what is it that you like? What is the standard that you hold yourself to? You know what I mean? Like, whenever. Because success is, it's success. What is the standard? What is your standard of success? I mean, like, is it, yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is. What is your standard?
I just want to be memorable. I want to be up there with the legends. I tell everybody, like, I want to be in that conversation when they bring up, Pittsburgh art. And I want to be up there with the Warhols. I want to be that memorable.
What is your method?
Just keep working and being creative. Like push the limits, push the boundaries. Like I said, body painting was something that shocked everybody. A lot of people really didn't realize I even did art, but it's like on a large scale. Like I ship all over the world. I actually recently just shipped something to Italy. Like I didn't know people in Italy knew who the hell I was.
Yeah.
So it's like it's working. It's working.
Shout out to the 5 people that downloaded our podcast somewhere outside of America.
Oh, we connecting dots on this one.
Man,
them Italians is like, yo, I got the Q-Berry in the crib with the DP on the vinyl going through it. But that's the great thing about this society, and what's crazy. And I would like to ask, so like, how do you monetize being an artist, right? So for Day and myself, we're comedians.
Okay.
We basically, someone has an event, we can either curate or add to the entertainment. For artists, for me, I'm thinking like, okay, someone's going to buy your art and put the piece in their house. But that can't just be the only way you guys go about monetizing.
I mean, it depends. It depends. I try what I don't want to say whore my artwork out, but I don't do prints or anything. So 99% of everything I do is an original. Like if I do a duplicate, it's going to be something changed or different. Like it's not going to be the exact copy of it. But I do live painting events, like I do charity events, and then they pay me for that. But yeah, I'm gonna say 90% of my income is strictly art driven. Is strictly from paintings.
So you're selling a lot of original pieces.
Oh yeah,
so
I've sold over 800 pieces.
But how do you? But I mean, but that's the thing. How do you go from just painting to model? Because like the thing is that there's a lot of people that draw and paint and do all the things or whatever.
Okay, so
what was your because like I mean like. Like we strung together a bunch of shows. We went did the social media. We pushed. I mean, there's various. Around. What was your route from like? I mean, like where people started to say, "Hey, I'm paying you for this."
So it kind of wasn't planned, and I kind of had to learn about it. That's when you go from artist to entrepreneur. Because I know a million people, they're artists phenomenal, but they aren't businessmen. And I come from like a sales background. Like my dad was in sales. I came from a sales background. And you kind of have to be your own marketing manager. You have to push your own product. And being from where I'm from, I grew up with a lot of drug dealers. And it kind of feels like a drug transaction.
Yo, the thing is, drug dealers
kind of feels like a drug transaction.
So many applicable skills. I was just having this conversation with someone. If they just directed those skills in a different app, they would be
easy.
Like, see, you think about all that goes into being a kingpin. You're talking about marketing. You're talking about supply chain,
customer relations,
about budgeting, customer relations, identifying a consumer base, setting up
a lot of
some
skills
sort of, while not brick and mortar, sometimes brick and mortar, but setting up some sort of established production facility and or sales. Like they got a lot of
it's direct to consumer, and these are things I've learned just through art. And a lot of artists are not businessmen. And over the years, I've been a full-time artist for 1 year now. And
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All the way in. Yeah.
God damn.
And I didn't go to business school. I didn't go to art school either.
They don't teach you shit in business school. I went.
I mean, I had to learn this shit on the fly, and I'm still learning. I mean, I'm still having little hiccups here and there, but I'm still learning, and that's where a lot of artists, they kind of fall short. They're not business people. They don't market. They don't really push their product. Like if somebody tells you, "Oh, that painting's the shit," if the right person tells the right person, they're gonna buy that shit, and it's that simple.
Where do you learn? And I mean, because like again, as you say, I mean, you're learning. Where do you learn? Where do you get your information? And then, two, you mean how do you network? What are some of your like core networking? Strategies.
I study a lot. I study the greats as far as the artists, and I study like I see what Dali did. I see what Basquiat did. I see what Warhol did. Pretty much a lot of the legends, they just push the limits. And like I have a lot of friends that are entrepreneurs, and even people that aren't friends, I see what business owners have done, like around the city, around the world. I just watch them, follow them, listen to them, learn whatever I can. I'm trying to think. Like shout out to Boom Concepts. I got a lot of advice from Daryl Thomas. Like this is way before I even picked up a.
They don't give advice. They give you strategic methods that you have to follow.
Man,
Let's advise something to you. They want to see that in an action plan soon.
Man, like this.
I told you to do X, Y, Z. Have you followed up?
Pretty much. Like Thomas, he put me deep like before I even sold anything. Thomas put me deep. Daryl put me deep years ago, and just studying, and this is before they was charging for advice.
Well, got to level up, man. Got to level up.
Exactly. So shout out to Boom, but just peer-to-peer mentoring and seeing what people that are actually entrepreneurs, what they should do, what they do, their mistakes, studying. Like none of that really is a part of the art, but it's a part of the entrepreneur part. And that's what you have to learn. Like you can be the world's greatest artist, but if you don't know anything about business, it doesn't matter.
You ain't gonna go anywhere.
It doesn't matter.
You'll be the best artist in your bubble.
I know a bunch of. I know the best artists that paint in the basement. I know a great artist that paint in the basement.
Yeah.
And then I know, I don't want to call them terrible artists, but their skill set is not that great to me. But their business sense is amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's a market for people who don't want to really delve into whatever, but they want to have whatever.
Exactly.
I don't want to be super knowledgeable about art, but I want to say I got some art.
And that's
your shit was right there.
You have to understand that. You have to understand that. I mean, documentaries, learning about like the greats, like the Hebrew Brantleys, learning about the Coons, and seeing what they do. And I'm like, all right, I want to get to that level.
I almost want to pause that. That was Kuhns, but
Coons, Jeff Koons,
I know what it was, but I didn't know if that was. I'm like, man, brothers on
really, the Coons.
Can I let it ride? I don't know, listening. I need to educate.
But yeah, man, like the Damien Hirst, like you bringing in hundreds of millions a year, and it's like I could do that shit too. And it's like, why not?
Where did the I can do that shit? So how did the I can do that shit too attitude? How did that grow within yourself? Because I think that's the stumbling block for a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of coming from underprivileged areas and neighborhoods is, I can't see myself in that position. I see people in that position. I don't see myself in that position. Like I can support, I can champion, I can talk about people in that position, but I don't see myself getting there.
I mean, like you said, growing up, there wasn't really anybody saying you can do that and you can do this. I didn't know any artists growing up. I just knew I liked art. But like I'm 5'7". I played football on a high level. I ran track on a high level. Like anything that I've done, I proved to myself like I could do that. Like I don't ever remember anything that I've tried and I wasn't good at, as long as I put some type of effort into it. So like I guess you can say I'm a jack of all trades, and that kind of like built my confidence up over years. Like when I was 19, I was dunking at like 5'6". I said I want to dunk, I'm a dunk. I said I wanted to be a teacher, I was a teacher for like 8 years. So Like I feel like I could do anything.
Make
And
that shit sound too easy. Ain't no, I just said I want to dunk, I can dunk.
I mean, there was some training.
Used to wear them Volt shoes.
No,
them motherfuckers had
I had
weird
them
ass
old-
shit.
I had them-
Yeah, I mean with the
front
with the
platform
shit on the front of
joints?
them.
Yeah.
Shit.
I had those.
I know you did. I had you wasn't just dunk. I could dunk at 5 seconds.
You got to build up your calf muscle. I had those, and I was like, all right, I'm catching
The
oops
gazelles
at like 19.
running around like an antelope out there.
I just
on
wanted
the
to
court,
prove to
like-
myself I could do it. And-
The baby trampoline. Man, my calf muscles.
oh, they was
strong as
crazy.
shit. Yeah.
They was crazy.
So I mean, what comes with being a jack of all trades is management of time. How do you manage your time?
I'm still learning, honestly. That's another part. Like once I became full time, man,
It's not just management of time, but it's also management of like projects and knowing when
that
to
too.
say
Because I've had
or no.
I've had a lot of customers like pissed that I took forever with their commissions, and just learning how to manage my time, manage my emotions. Because for me, creativity is not like a light switch. I gotta feel it. Like I'm just not. Like if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna paint. If I'm depressed, I'm not gonna paint. Or anything can affect my creativity, and you have to learn how to manage that. You have to keep yourself in a creative mindset, and like you said, with the business side of it, you really have to learn like, oh, I can't step out tonight, or I got to finish this tonight, or at least layer this background tonight. But it means it's a learning process. I'm still working on it.
So wait a minute. So I don't know how this works, this transaction where
Okay.
I'm buying art from you, but
All right.
I buy art from you. I give you money.
Yeah,
You gonna tell me I ain't feeling creative?
exactly. Let me explain.
Wait a minute.
Let me explain.
You was feeling creative when you guys deposited that check.
Let me explain. Because a lot of customers like were pissed. Like, yo, like I give you a ballpark. I shoot for 2 weeks. I shoot to get you your product in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But that doesn't account for
Life.
my tendonitis. I had strep like 2 weeks ago. Like life. Like I try to let them know I'm shooting for 2 weeks. But it may be longer because I don't know. Like I had a boot in my car like a month ago. And it's like, I got to figure some stuff out.
Right,
Like
right.
life, like I'm not Amazon Prime. I'm letting you know now. Stuff affects my
It's
creativity.
I'm a real person,
Exactly.
and you're buying from a real. You're not buying from Amazon,
And a
which
lot of
is-
And that's
people-
what people are used to, though.
Man,
Yeah,
and they don't
yeah.
care. They do not care. Like I've in my 5 years of being an artist, I've given out like 4 refunds, and because they were just they didn't want to wait any longer, and I was like, all right, cool. But I mean, it happens. Life happens, and
Shit, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I got booed off stage. So, yeah, I mean,
it happens.
I ain't giving you your money back because I got booed.
Yeah,
and that's what sucks
No,
because
You paid for potential.
I mean, and that's what sucks because like I buy the materials, like the painting's half done, and it's like I can get it to you in like a day or two, and they're like, no, I want my money back, and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna argue with you. Customer's right, I'm not gonna argue with you, but I just know how to conduct my business with you later on in life. And like, but I mean, everybody that asks for refunds, they still fuck with me. They still follow my work. They still fuck with me. And
What is the
well, I
time
mean, they
since
fuck with you so much that they wanted to. Yeah, I mean, they pay for your shit or whatever. So then, yeah, of course.
no, because they come off like real angry and like, oh, I paid for blase blah. Where's my blase blah? I'm like, excuse me, my aunt died last week. I'm just not there. And I'm not gonna
Yeah.
give you no bullshit.
Yeah.
what are they paying you for? Like, how are they? Because you're not doing duplicates.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
then what if I come to Q Perry and I say I'd like a painting? What is the consultation of sorts that, like, am I talking color scheme? Am I talking?
So it
how
all
does that
depends.
work?
I base my pricing on sizes.
Okay.
Like 36 by 48 is gonna start you around 800. But it all depends because I'm not gonna charge somebody the same for a black and white photo as a painting with like a million colors or some texture. So we sit down and we talk about what their idea is, or they just want an exact painting of a can or something like that. Or they see what I've already done and like, I want that, and I just deliver it.
Okay, so they will ask for
Yeah.
you to reproduce.
They'll-
So, like, how often
Yeah.
do you do like consultation? So, me, for example, because I don't know a lot of people with original art, right? So, I don't know how to shop for art. So, if I came to you, I don't know what I'm asking for. I'm like, yo, I have this space on this wall that I would like to be filled with something great. I like what you've done.
Okay. And then I'm like, what could you see every day? You wake up and you look at that space. What could you enjoy seeing every day? I could paint a big ass titty on that motherfucker. And I'm like, all right, we can start there.
It's within reason, so yeah.
What kind of titties do you like?
Ooh, see, that's the artist.
Exactly.
That's the business.
That's the thing.
Don't
What
just
kind of titties
don't
you
accept the titty until you know what kind of titty.
Exactly.
But see, I think we should
Big
replace
nipples.
the form of potato with titty.
What's your favorite form of
Everybody likes titty.
You listen, I have not met a human on the planet.
The Oreos.
Not a single human on the planet that does not like titties.
Everybody can.
Not a single human.
Everyone can recognize.
That might be a fact.
Like,
I have not
great
met
pair
a
of
human
titties.
that doesn't like titties, man.
That's actually profound.
That
Who
is
doesn't like
real.
titties?
I've never met
I
him.
would love to wake up to a titty on my wall. Oh, when my kids get of age, that might be a painting that I get.
I mean, of age, they start out sucking them. Like
They start out sucking
It's
them.
the
but
life giver. Oh,
It's
do you
not
hate
so
life?
much about them. It's not. They don't know how to properly communicate that to friends. I don't know how the titty on my wall is gonna be conveyed in this preschool.
it depends what type of preschool it is.
You're
Like,
entertaining guests.
Yeah, well, my mama
they
come
might
through,
be
she might
breastfeed.
see
A lot of
titty.
preschools nowadays breastfeed, so I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, that's it's a progressive. I mean, hey.
There's a breastfeeding room in most preschools.
I mean, if say you had like a superhero, I mean, like the Hulk, right? If it was the Hulk on that motherfucker, you wouldn't blink twice.
But
the Hulk ain't got no
titty?
shirt on. You see what I'm saying? Them his nipples.
I mean, PA's
them is
it's
green
a topless
nipples.
state.
That's some weird shit. Them is green nipples as well.
Yeah,
and you don't blink twice at green nipples. But if I
mean-
had a regular ass, just old, run of the mill nipple, you gonna tell me you offended? I don't know. That's we gotta talk about talk. Hey, let's
Titty talk.
That's titty talk.
Titty talk.
Hey, let's let's titty talk.
I think my favorite titty is that is warm and exposed. I like those.
Warm and exposed. That means comfort
Yes,
and an environment for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like that's a.
but I've had. I don't know if I'm the only one sharing, but I've experienced not voluptuous titties, and they've been. You know what? Thank you.
I mean, in my walks of life,
Enjoyed
the
those.
deflated ones bother me. Like, there's nothing there.
The ones that it's like
nothing
air,
there.
where you feel the air, and you're like, what
Listen, man,
happens?
I want to ask.
a
But,
collapsible
rude.
titty is weird.
But first and foremost,
We'll learn more about this in a moment.
Looking for training in a new career or just need help getting started on a new path? Are you looking for new employees, training for your current employees, or starting your own apprenticeship program? If any of these appeal to you, the Southwest Corner Workforce Development Board can help. With 4 Pennsylvania Career Link centers in Beaver, Greene, and Washington counties, we can help you meet your career goals or to find the right employees for your business. Contact our offices at 724-229-5083 or visit us at www.southwestcornerwdb.com.
I can't judge because there's a parts of my body, like most of my body, I don't enjoy looking at. So there's just that. Like, it's just like it's
Political correctness.
It's not even political correctness.
I can't because there's parts of my body.
I just don't think that I just don't think that men are attractive. That's just me. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Okay, for
I'm not
whoever does,
attracted
I'm
to
not.
them.
I just, for me, it's just like that's gotta. So like a titty, even a deflated titty, I'd rather see a deflated titty than anything that any dude
It is
or even
still a titty.
myself.
I'm not saying
it's
put
a
the
titty.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't put it away.
It's a titty.
Wait.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
It's
I've never
out,
been
like-
presented a titty.
I mean,
I've never been presented a titty and been like, I'm mad at you for this experience.
No.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
almost like being offered alcohol. Like, I'm not gonna be like, no.
But I have been in situations with dudes where I've been like, "What is you doing, bro? Cover yourself." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Now, what do you mean? I mean, I open up a magazine, like, and I mean, I ain't
Okay,
gonna
that's
lie.
not just okay. So all right, that's different.
You-
I ain't
you
never
be
been
like-
in a room nigga just out like yo, I'm out
Well, I
hog
mean,
out.
well,
That's,
Wait, why?
that's not a room I want to be in.
Like, why?
Me
You got-
personally, I don't want to be in
you
that
got
room.
the old dudes with the, you know what I mean, in the gym.
Oh, gym locker room is
Gym
different.
locker room.
Gym locker room is
And like, again, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I have been in
I
situations.
mean,
where
it's your
I'm
comfort
like,
level.
ah.
I'm good. I'm
But
good.
titty, you know what? It's
Titty can roam. The titty can roam.
Yeah, whatever.
Every titty can roam.
Every
I mean,
titty can roam.
PA is a topless state. Titties could walk
Yeah.
across like.
Yeah.
That is
Put
news
your
to me.
dick
Yeah.
away, sir.
So they had like a titty run. Like they do it every
titty
summer
can
here,
roam.
and
They do
a
it
topless
every
run
summer. Where?
here. I think it's July.
When?
Where? Point State Park.
That is
Really?
not
Yes.
something I've ever seen or heard.
Because
of.
this is when I was like researching body art and body painting, and then I was like, oh shit, they do a topless.
You was striping them titties.
I wasn't, but I was
Every time they
researching.
cross the finish line,
And you're
I was
a winner.
researching.
And you're a winner.
I was researching the nudity laws because
Everyone gets a trophy.
I actually had a body art exhibition, and I was researching like, all right, how does PA feel about titties?
That's a job I would take.
The titty striper.
Finish line stripe engineer. Tier 1, you get a gold tick. Tier 2, silver.
only consensual striping. Striper,
Yeah.
striper, no striping.
If you come with your arms crossed like Wakanda, I will not strike.
Facts.
Thou shalt not strike. Nah, I didn't know that. So yeah, I mean, nudity has always been a taboo subject. Like people's comfort levels are very different. So it's hard to legislate.
Yeah.
Because I've been driving down the street in certain neighborhoods and been like, can you, like, I just seen dudes out with their shirt off, like, I feel like somewhere that's illegal.
I've seen offensive men.
Certain cities, they're stupid laws.
Certain cities where you can't be outside with your shirt off.
Motherfucker just in a motherfucking lawn chair outside of his goddamn trailer and his titties just hanging below his.
But I feel like that should be
his
legal.
shirt. Yeah, I mean,
On your property.
Legal.
I'm like, you could do that, but you know,
but then where can I? So if I can do that on my lawn, why can't I go grab something to drink real quick?
It's just why not?
You know what I'm saying? Like
right
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But titties, I feel like if I owned a convenience store and you walked in with your titties out, I'd sell you milk.
You could do that here, though. I mean, well, certain businesses, no shirt, no shoes, whatever.
Yeah,
but I can see the shoes thing because here's the thing about the shoes. I do not want you to catch a case in my store because you came in barefoot, stepped on something. I can see the shoes, but the shirt. Listen, man, you walk into my establishment, I should not have anything. It's not like I got bacon frying in the back.
She got titties out. She might get something.
I ain't got bacon frying in the back. We ain't got like live shit going on. So I don't give a fuck about that. If I own
the store, I'm gonna have a no open toe sandal for men policy. You gotta have your toes very much covered.
I think we got it wrong in the burqa situation. I think the men need to be more covered up than the women. I mean, them are the more offensive bodies.
Look, man, just as long as your toes,
put your toes away. Put your put most of that shit away.
Fam, like, why are you walking around with your toes exposed? Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting with your toes out?
Actually makes a lot of sense.
It makes a whole lot
Anything
of
falls
sense.
on your foot, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, bro. If you with
game
your
over.
wife, you with your
game
wife,
over.
and you
game over.
With your wife, y'all walk.
You ain't protecting
I
nobody.
Your wife's person, run off, and you got on flops.
And
You're
you
not
trip.
catching me.
Not at all.
Catch a toenail, it's a wrap.
You're not catching me. Your toe gonna scrape the asphalt. You gonna be all fucked.
I'm stomping them on with whatever I got on. It's gonna win on. Yeah, I mean, no, that's
exactly. You get your toe stepped on, it's over.
Skirt.
I'm gonna get you to paint me a photo of an ashy toenail. That's great.
Yo, I've had the craziest request, man.
What is the craziest joke you had?
Man, oh shit. I didn't do it. But
wait, was that the request?
No. I'm just putting that out there. I didn't do it. It was like a weird, like, skull burning with like weed plants in the background, and they were sober when they were requesting it, and this is like, wow. I'm thinking I'm not paying this shit, but I mean, honestly, for the right price, yeah. But I mean, I'm just looking at him like,
what is the where do you?
What are the boundaries?
Yeah, what are the boundaries? Like, I mean, like when you're looking at projects, like because artistically, I mean, like where do you draw your lines at? What are some?
I mean, I don't do any hate speech or anything offensive. Even like the racial stuff, like. I had a painting I sold to a white guy, but it was very Afrocentric. I felt some type of way till he actually like sat down and explained to me. He teaches, 90% of his students are black and
African American studies at Duke.
Yeah, not all that,
but
he's a graphic design teacher, but all his students are black, and I was like, okay, I'll sell it to him. But I mean, I try my best not to dance on any like political lines or nothing like that. But I'm definitely no hate speech and nothing that like offensive or any like ethnic group or racial group would find offensive.
So you're saying like, I mean, like this. So when someone commissions something, it's a vetting process back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not just you gotta. You
gotta take me there, and then I gotta want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things I turned down because I kind of don't want to do it. And where their budget is, it's like I try to work with everybody because I just like the creative process. But people hit me with some crazy shit with like a $10 budget, and it's like, yo, I can't do that.
Do you dime bag? It's like
so for you, from a business perspective, when you price these things, are you? Because I'm going through a renovation.
Okay.
Right? So right.
Okay.
So I'm thinking for you, if you price, if I say, yo, paint me this, I want these textures, boom, boom, boom. Are you charging me for material?
Yeah.
Or is it just time and labor?
You pay for material. You pay for everything. I mean, honestly, you pay for just my creativity. There are things that I like, the astronomical crazy shit. You're paying for me to think about that shit. I don't want to paint a dolphin riding a shark on a cloud with Mario on his back. I could do it, but I kind of don't want to,
because then it goes into your legacy. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
I don't want that.
Perry. Yeah, I mean,
so I've had weird requests, but it all depends on I'm charging you for my time, and that's a part of my time.
Yeah, but okay. So what if to make that, because that's very nuanced, right? So there's the dolphin, there's the Mario, there's the cloud, and those all have to stand out in different ways, all different textures. So I may have to buy a paint I
buy everything. I buy
I'm saying me being an artist in this scenario.
Yeah.
But where within this process are you like, all right, so that's going to require this. I'm going to have to tack something on for that. Because again, a lot of people don't buy art. So they just think
they don't
you
know.
got to paint at the crib.
No,
paint
it's not.
This.
Yeah, it's
You know
not.
what I mean? All paints are the same.
All paints are not equal. I learned that the hard way. And a lot of people don't understand that. Paint is expensive. The good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo.
Yes.
And not even just that. There's gel mediums. There's a whole lot that goes into it.
That.
Gel mediums create texture. There's different mediums that make paintings more dense, more translucent. And even the canvas threads. It all depends.
So I guess the larger point to my question. So for individuals who see themselves going down this path, I'm gonna be an artist as my livelihood. Where did you learn how to price things? Because I think for business owners, a lot of that is, how do I charge you appropriate value for what I provide, right?
It took me a little time to learn that. When I first started out, my first art show, I didn't have anything priced. My first art show was a group show down the August Wilson Center. And I didn't have anything priced. I didn't expect to sell nothing. And then people started coming to my table, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how much I was just throwing numbers out there.
Yeah.
Then the lady next to my table, she was like, you can charge more for that. And I'm like, word? Okay. Then I bumped it up $10 more. And then all of them sold. Then I started steamrolling. And I don't know who told me some advice I read, but they were saying if majority of people are comfortable buying your stuff, you need to raise the price. So I just gauge it where if I'm better than I was last year, I'm charging more. And it's if everybody's that comfortable purchasing, then your value's up more. If you have that much demand, then your prices should be a little higher.
See, I feel that. I feel like so for a lot of entrepreneurs, I feel like we don't know how to price our shit, and we don't understand
how to value it.
To a certain extent, and I forget who I had this conversation with, but it's you have to price yourself where you will kind of weed out
the bullshit.
I mean, I have to price myself appropriately so that you not coming to me with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta.
On the flip side of that, there was a documentary I watched on Netflix, and this is around the time when that Banksy got shredded. And I'm learning about the extremely, extremely high end art, and the serious collectors. They don't want a $300 painting in their house. You can't sell a painting for $5,000 and sell one for $300. So those people, the serious art collectors, they will go to auctions just to upbid to make sure their paintings in their house don't drop in value. You really got to study the game. So you see what, like I said, the greats, the high end artists, what they sell for. And if you want to get in that ball game, you have to know what they do. And you have to get in that crowd and mingle, network, and see what they like, see what they dislike, and start selling. And you can't, I wouldn't sell somebody a painting for $5,000 and then sell somebody one for $300. because that's going to drive the value down.
Does that dilute the game a little bit where both dudes just coming in or whoever's coming in and they just like, I'm just driving up the price? But the art itself, because I think a lot of times, again, with these grassroots entrepreneurs, we come in so focused on being good. Like as comedians, we come in like, yo, I'm going to give you a solid 30, right? I'm going to give you a solid 30 and I'm going to try to make it to where you could afford my solid 30. Whereas like you got this other guy coming, he's like, look, I'm about to get as much as I can for this week 30.
I'm going to pay Ed Bailey $10,000 to do 5 minutes just because he did like a show for me one time.
Yeah, but so with art, it's like you got these people drop because he put me in the wrong position. No, but art, like you got people who study the game. So you're studying the game, and there are people studying the game with ulterior motives. Like I'm just trying to drive up the price, whereas you're trying to get paid fair value for what you provide. How do you balance that? Like, how do you?
I mean, just with integrity. Like anybody that purchases my art, I would hope that they follow me, and it's not like I'm just going to have a stupid, crazy jump, or I'm just not, or whoever comes in the game just to drive the price up. But it's like, who are you? Like, what have you done? Where's your work at? Like, what have you, where's your resume? And as far as like the price point, I'm sure y'all don't charge the same as y'all charged last year for shows. Exactly. So the more you evolve, the people that follow you, they see that also. And it's like, okay, so he's worth a little more now. He's worth a little more. And long as you kind of match your audience and you kind of see where you're going and stay true to yourself, like you just don't, I guess, do no stupid shit like that. Like I'm just charging.
But people are fucking stupid. Like you could like it's crazy. You create your own value to a certain extent. Like if I say and it sucks because
you don't want to outvalue your audience though. Like you don't want to outprice your audience
as well. That's true as well.
So how do you let something go? Like I mean, like because I mean that could be taken in a couple of ways. I mean, like but. I think like so when we're on stage, we're working out bits and material or whatever. Like I mean, like and we're presenting it and we're working it. I mean, so it starts. It's a creation that is like born live a lot. I mean, like it starts here, wherever. I mean, it evolves in various ways, but you're constantly working on it. Whereas like this is a piece that like once you let it go, you're never getting it back again.
True.
Yeah, I mean, so like. That like like if I bomb, if I do the joke the first time and it bombs, well then I got to work on it some more. But you ain't got. It's not like you could just throw that piece out there and be like, oh, you don't like that one? Hey yo, bring it back.
ain't no open mic art.
Yeah, there ain't no open mic art. I mean, bring it back. Yeah, I mean, I just got to add 10 more minutes to it. Like like so. How do you let go?
I mean,
when is it ready?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have any like major attachments to any of my pieces, because I know I could do each one. I could do that a million times. Like, I know I could recreate that if I want to. It's all up here. So I paint something that's like, cool, that's dope. But I made that, so I know I could do that again and again and again and again. You're just getting a small piece of who I am, and I have an unlimited supply of creativity. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Like, there's not one piece where I was like, I don't know about giving that up. No, I mean, and honestly, there's pieces I've given away that were way undervalued. But like, if you see somebody that like comes to your show and is like, oh my God, you touched me, you changed my life, starts crying, it's like, that's priceless. Like, I've seen people that looked at my art and they were like in tears and it touched them in a certain way. And I'm like, yo, they need that piece. Like, we could work something out. They need that piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never felt that way.
I mean, I've had people that actually
I need that bread.
I mean, I ain't say I gave it away for free, but I'm just saying, like,
there were negotiations.
There were negotiations.
But so,
but because at the end of the day, it's about the art, not the money, and that piece was worth more to them than it was to me, and it was like, all right.
Do you look back at your past art and be like, shit? Like, I mean,
there's a few.
There's a few. You'd be like,
price of the brick went up. Like,
what was that about? Like, was it with like the fade? You'd be like, because like as with comedy, you're telling jokes and like the shit that I used to tell, 5-6 years ago is like, fuck versus now versus maybe 10 years from now. Is it the same way as an artist, or do you just look back and just be like, well, yeah, like.
I mean, there aren't a lot of them, but I mean, there's a lot of pieces where I'm like, I could have spent a little more time on that. Like I could have spent. I mean, but my thing is, it's weird. The pieces I dislike, people love, and the shit I like, that's the greatest shit ever. People don't fuck with. But it'd be the pieces that be like, all right, I'm gonna just do this, and like it's cool. They go crazy, and it's like, shit, I didn't expect that every time. Like the pieces I don't care for, people love.
I think people when you just say people as a general term, is like they just got to be able to grasp it. They don't need to know the intricacy and nuance that went into it. It's just I got to be able to understand it. So
I mean, that doesn't even matter
to the emotion.
That doesn't even matter because they see something completely different every time. Like my favorite thing to do is go to any of my art shows, art exhibitions. I just hang back because I'm black. They don't know I'm the artist. Like I can stand next to my piece, and they ask me, "Did you paint that?" All day. With a name on my shirt, name tag, all day. But
are you really the same Q Perry?
Exactly. That happens a lot.
Another Q Perry.
But they I just listen to their conversations and they definitely interpret something completely different every time.
So how does that feel as an artist? I had something in mind and I thought that was great. And then you saw something and spoke of it something totally different, but you thought it was great. And it's like, do I take credit for that or do I?
I don't take credit. I just appreciate it. I tap something in their mind, which I didn't expect to, which I definitely think is dope. And that's what I like about creativity. Like that shit's cool as hell. I definitely, because a lot of the paintings I've done is like, I was hungover. I wanted to see some titties. I painted some titties. And then it hit somebody like,
that.
Oh shit, I had breast cancer. Oh shit, I had, and it's like, and it hits them and it's like, I kind of just wanted to paint some titties.
Yeah, that feels weird though.
It feels weird, but
I drew the perfect nipple, and you draw from some super emotional.
Yeah,
exactly. And they draw
interpretation of art.
Man,
wow. So is that something that you're aware of as your? You know what I mean, clearly you're, but like, how does that impact it? Like when you are doing this and putting it out there, like because you say you stay away from controversial things.
I mean, not like heavy stuff.
But like at the same time, like art in general can be anything. Anything can be controversial. You know what I mean?
I just express myself. Like there's honestly not a major intention. I just express me. And then however that's received,
you just do you.
I'ma
do me.
That's it.
I'ma do me. So how do you balance all of these ideas? Like, so you may be commissioned by 4 people at a time.
Oh, yeah.
How do you tap into the emotion of each individual piece to make sure that every piece don't look the same?
I try to break it up. I spend a fair amount of time on each one. And the commissions, I try not to work on them at the same time. Like with my personal projects. You
only have one commission
like
project.
Tuesday, that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, I'm working on it. But like with my personal projects, there's like 30 going on at the same time. But with commissions, I dedicate that day to that.
Because so are people trying to get you to paint their thoughts or
their thoughts?
Your interpretation of a concept?
Both, actually.
Okay.
Like people come to me with ideas or they come to me with like, I want you to paint my wedding photo. And
but
for
you
me,
already got a picture.
I don't want to say that. I mean, I'm not going to be like, no, like, don't give me your money.
All right, I ain't trying to fuck up the bag. But
Exactly. Like, I think that shit, but it's like, all right. Then I try to work with them. Like, do you want me to put any type of my own interpretation into it?
Nah, I want that right there. Okay.
And I kind of want to be like, you could just have the picture. But all right,
I'm sure that. Well, we ain't gonna say that. I'm sure.
I can see an inspiration. Like, hey, take this and I mean,
see, I like
the Instagram filter
thing,
for that.
But
exactly,
like, and just put
that's why I'm not a major fan of portraits just because of that. But like I said, if the bag's right, we could discuss it.
But but to be honest though, I have seen, and the thing I do love about like those is that no matter what, there is an artist's interpretation to it. Like, I mean, the way you draw that portrait is different from like for every other person that draws it is going to be different. And like so you're already going to put that spin
okay.
on it. I mean, they don't have to ask you. You don't have that. You're just going to do it the way you.
No, I get
you
some
know what
people
I mean?
that's like, I want it exactly like that, and it's like,
But then even like there's like that realist art where it's like you're getting the sweat drops and like all whatever, or there's
get
like,
the picture for that.
you know. So like I mean, so I like because I've seen artists draw like interpretations of pictures and been like, yo, I like the way that they do it. Like, yeah, I mean, like, and like the way that they're present in this moment. And that's how I kind of feel. It's like, it's as if the artist is like, this is how I would see this moment. You know what I mean? Like, because we could both look at a car accident
See something completely
different. So it's almost like I'm inviting you to my wedding. Like, hey, Q, I fucks with you as a dude in your art. Tell me how you would have saw this moment. You know
And that's
Get
the
that
thing.
bag back.
yeah.
Get it back.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like a lot of people, they hit me
I
up
want
with
the
their
Q skew.
You can use that. He commissions you. Go ahead.
like they hit me up with like their portraits, and what sucks is like I got to put their image in my head, and if I don't know you like that, I don't know if I want you in my head. Like I don't want to think about you like that.
Where does
that,
art
yeah.
encumber your life?
I mean, it's
That's
want
a good thing.
Like,
to think
ooh,
about.
you just for everybody.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I kind of want to keep it separate. Like I kind of want to be like, I don't accept all commissions just because I don't want to. I'm not for everybody.
Yeah.
I try to consult people and let them know like if I fuck with them like that or not, or if it's a good idea, or I'll even let them know like maybe this artist might be better for you. Like I'll throw them another direction.
Referrals.
Yeah.
And like that goes back into your network. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Because you throw somebody a bag, like,
You
yeah,
hook me up
listen,
with a
I ain't
bag.
the
I fucks
dude.
with you.
Yeah, true.
I fucks with you. You hook me up with a couple. You hook me up with a couple dollars.
I don't mind throwing like
Special couple dollars that you could have had. You like, yo, I'm gonna throw my
like
mans
listen,
up.
man,
I
because
fucks
then
with
now
you.
you made two friends.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, and the artist community here
Turn
is
seven to a
it's pretty
14.
cool.
14 to a
Yeah,
whole thing.
it comes back. It comes back. It definitely comes back. And like, 'cause there are a lot of people that got me money and they didn't have to, so I definitely try to return that.
So where does and I know a lot of visual artists or artists in general will have like breakdowns or they'll have these moments where it's like this shit becomes too much because basically I'm interpreting and really I'm digesting everything in some sort of public manner. Like, you know what I mean? Like you with art, us, like I know comedians, you look at Robin Williams, like he's a comedian, he's doing all this shit. People don't understand the trauma within it takes to take something and create something that's not me, but I have to be fully, it has to become me. Like I was born this way, but I got to be something that's not me. And for you, is it like that, or is it anything that you bring to me? I can give you at least up to what I am within that, and then I can kind of draw the line. As opposed to I get so buried into the concept of whatever, like that it be, you know what I'm saying? Somebody wants to, and it could be something crazy, like somebody like, yo, draw an American flag or whatever, or paint an American flag, and then you start to go delve into like the history of it, and to be like, yo, fuck America, man, this shit's crazy.
It happens. It happens, and
A rabbit hole of
it definitely happens,
sir.
and you have to figure out where your line is and what you're willing to put yourself through, because a lot of people don't understand that. Like you have to think like, do I feel like thinking about this shit for like 2 weeks or a month? Like
I gotta take on your shit.
I gotta take on that idea, and sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes, like I said, I'll throw that to somebody else, and if they're like, no, I want you to do it, I'm like, all right, so we have to talk business now. I'm letting you know this might get done like 6 months from now. It might get done 3 months from now. Let me know where you're willing to bend or whatever, and we can go from there. But if it's something I'm absolutely not comfortable with, or I just ain't got the time, like I ain't got the mental capacity to take that on, I'll let them know.
Can you sub some shit out, like subcontract? Can y'all do that with art?
You can. I try not to.
Okay.
But you can. I've done it like once or twice. But I try not to.
What is it? Ghost painting? You know what I mean?
No, I never done that. I never done that. Like,
is there a ghost painting?
I remember
But if he consults on it, you know what I mean?
like I had a mural to do. This was like 4 years ago, and they paid me, and I was like, you know what? I need fucking help. So I definitely hired somebody else with the same bag, and we got it done.
So is that is that a collaboration? Like how does
Yeah, it's more of a collab.
Are you painting? You just like
No, we were both painting.
You're both painting. Okay.
We were both painting.
Because I always wondered how like a collab would work in painting because like
I mean, I don't want to come off antisocial, but there's a lot of collabs that do happen.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we both just put our artistic interpretation onto whatever. But I just don't like it because I just don't like splitting the bag. Like,
yeah.
That's it. I mean, I like a lot of artists.
But is there an artist that you would say aspire to collab with? You know what I mean? Like if given an opportunity?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how big the bag is. I mean, I'm.
It could be a cross genre too now.
Because I mean, like, say you got your like, you mentioned like your Basquiat's and some of your old inspirations or whatever. So say like if there was an inspiration that like living legend that was like like would somebody case like, hey, you're cute. I see what you're doing out here. Like, wanna, like,
I mean, I would definitely love to work
or
with.
you just as an artist, is that just not a thing that you ever aspire to do?
I mean, I would love to do like a Hebrew Brantley crossover. That'd be crazy. Locally, I'm open to, like I said, any collab, long as the bag's right. Like honestly, I don't do shit for free. I don't
chasing that bag.
I don't do shit for free. And Salvador Dali, his nickname, or they called him Avita's Dollars because he was like money driven.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so against the whole starving artist idea. Like, yo, we have talent. Like DJs get paid, everybody else get paid. Creativity should be paid too.
Yeah, the melting clock, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, time's ticking.
Like, I mean, a lot of people want to collab, but I'm not doing it for free. I'm not.
Nor should you.
Well, I'm not going to take too much more of your time. Yeah, I mean,
not
it
even.
ain't free.
Not
but,
even.
I mean,
Not
before,
even.
Before we get
Not
out
even. Not
before
even.
Before we get out.
We not on the ground floor. He about to hit you with some bullshit.
What is your favorite form of potato?
Told you it's gonna eat you some bullshit.
Why is that bullshit?
Because
it's the most undervalued of foods.
Because we changed it to the favorite form of titty.
Nah, what's your favorite form of potato?
I'm gonna go with mashed potatoes.
Mash. Ooh, so now is you out of box? Is these red skin potatoes? Is they chunky? Is they
the redskins is hitting.
Redskins? Is they chunky? Is that
you gotta be careful about saying redskins, but I'll pause there. I'm just saying, in this climate, you gotta be very clear about
redskin
potatoes. There we go.
Potatoes. Nice, yeah.
But if you dip the titty in that, it would be so much.
I mean, as long as it's gravy, we can dip the titty in it. Put some gravy on it.
Turn down.
Speaking of, what time is it? I might have some plans later.
There you go.
A little tater titty.
Go get some titties and taters.
A tatty. A tatty.
Hey, it's early.
You tell me, you tell me there's a strip club that got taters?
That's actually a move.
Bruh.
It'd be a wrap.
Bruh.
Even tater tots and titties. I'd go.
Taters and titties. And I can choose my taters or my titties.
How do you not go to that?
I can choose my taters or my
I'm sure that exists.
No, it doesn't.
We just don't know about it.
I can get them
at least in Pittsburgh.
I can get them plump and
Chunky.
chunky. I can get them smooth and
taters
saggy.
and like you wouldn't like.
You see what I'm saying?
You walk past a sign and says taters and titties. You're going to go.
You got. Come
You're going to walk in that door.
Ooh, I get a wafer
tit. What demographic is going to?
You ever see the tit with the veins? Give me a wafer tit. Oh man,
taters and titties.
Give me a wafer special.
Nobody hates taters or titties.
I'm kind of hungry now. I might. John Eagle open.
They are. It's Sunday. You got till midnight. I don't even. So look, I don't even know if this episode is socially acceptable. Have we offended anyone?
I mean, shout out John Eagle and potatoes.
If you don't like taters or titties, I don't know how you've been listening to this.
You gotta
I think every
like,
demographic likes potatoes and titties.
Yeah,
those are. I would. And I haven't Googled it yet. I would say those are the most two heavily consumed items in humanity's existence.
I would agree.
I would say that titties wouldn't be considered to be consumed, but they've definitely been.
Didn't you grow up on that in the
very
so
exactly?
Milk? See what I'm saying?
So the milk. All right,
a breast have fed people.
I'm not against that. You know, my kids had to be both mine had to be breastfed. That was.
I mean, statistically they say kids grow up smarter.
I'm just saying, who has raised more humans than taters and titties?
Good. They put
You know the
tater tots
movie
in elementary
Martians?
school.
We grew the potatoes on Mars. Potatoes, man. Like that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Hey, Buzzy, what are the two most heavily consumed items in
That's
humanity's
just a
history?
leading question. He walked in before this.
It's taters and titties.
He's gonna say weed and beer.
And potatoes. Yeah.
Buzzy's real answer was weed and beer, but yeah,
I mean, that's real shit.
he has a warrant out.
Find me a woman that has not put her titty in somebody's mouth.
Yo,
Find me a tater.
Every woman.
Find me,
Everyone.
Find me a human that has not put a potato in their mouth.
That's facts. This might be a moment. This might be a moment.
I do want to find a woman who has a potato.
Every woman put a titty, their titty in somebody's mouth.
I haven't met a motherfucker that haven't put a potato in the mouth. We've solved humanity, folks.
Definitely covered the entire
It only took us 241 episodes.
That's all that's it. Get you a tater or a titty or a Q Perry painting of such.
Exactly.
Let the people know where they can find you.
Hey, don't tell me about like my next exhibit might have a little mix of taters and titties.
Yeah, we in there. Look, we just try to affect the culture. That's all. We try to put our little stamp
next
on it.
exhibition might have some taters and titties.
We just try a little bit of stamp, like a notary stamp, just boom down to the quarter.
All right, tater
I've
tots and
acknowledged
titties next
that.
Q Perry exhibition.
I've acknowledged that
Bring
the
your
swag
own
has
gravy.
been executed by. Bang, put the DP stamp on it. Let
Bring
the
your
people know
own
where they
gravy.
can find you, Q.
I am at CBPerry_ on Instagram and CB Perry on Facebook. Hit me up, check me out, and yeah, I paint everything, all things, and I haven't painted a potato yet, but we working on that. But titties, I do body paint. It's not sexualized. I keep it classy, but yeah, I don't take payments in tater tots, but I'm thinking about it.
And listen, if you put a beard on that potato, you have technically painted Dave Bracey. Dave, tell the people where they can find. Tell the people.
If you're looking for me, you can find me in Idaho. If you're looking for us, we are the Drinking Partners, and you can find us at epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify
Googleable.
under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. You can find us January 25th at ContraTheater.ticketleap.com with T-Robe and T-Rube with the Three Rivers Underground Brewing Association. And
That's it. So listen, we want to thank you, Perry, for coming through, man. Great
welcome.
conversation.
You're welcome.
Long time coming, man. Very happy to
appreciate
share
it,
this
man.
platform and this time with you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Pay your artists. Don't be scared to pay to play, man. And as artists, make sure you set your price, man. Understand your value. All right, what you're doing adds to society, or at least just adds to the person who's paying you. So you need to get your money. And as always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family, and we out here. Oh, I've been having a great
man, I don't know how you God damn it.
5:43. I've been having.
I don't know how you did it.
Hey, I just concentrate on the joke. Just keep it going. Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Like, it's definitely an honor, man. Like, it's definitely an honor.
I love when we can have like a real conversation. Had a funny in there, but really have a real conversation about whatever.
Epicast.